Once we have the controller out, we're going to go ahead and clean up the interior of all the dust. It's obviously very important to keep your machine clean, especially in the electronics bay. Now we're ready to reinstall our controller. It's a reverse of taking it out. So we're going to very gently slide it into the bay. Make sure all of our cables are out of the way. First thing we're going to do is plug in these ribbon cables. Next, we're going to line up the arms, and these little hooks catch on the outside, so you can line them up like this and hold them together as you slide it into the left. You can see they snap in place. Once we have it snapped in place, we're going to put the 4 screws back in the corners. Start on the right-hand side. Don't over-torque these screws, they're in plastic. The lower left corner has a grounding strap that you need to make sure that's on top of the controller housing and that your screw goes through first. One thing to check here is to make sure that this cable goes around this volume, because your card, your memory card, if you slide your memory card in, you can see if that cable came up through here when you installed it, you would have a problem. It wouldn't be able to go all the way in. So make sure that this cable is routed outside. Okay, the last thing we're going to do here is plug the last 2 cables in. I'm going to take the power cable, plug it in up here. Cut motor driver cable in here, and we're going to double check all the cables, make sure that they're pushed in, work them back and forth. Again, make sure this is routed correctly, make sure that our grounding strap is screwed in, and there we have our controller back in place. Last thing we'll have to do is put the base panel back on along with the feet.